Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Warriors should consider former guard as a realistic contract offer for rising star. There's been a surprising twist in reports about Jonathan Kuminga's desire for a max contract extension, with few believing the Golden State Warriors forward has done enough to justify a 5-year, $224 million deal. Kuminga had an impressive second half of last season, averaging over 18 points with excellent efficiency, but the sample size is still small to determine his true value for his next contract. What kind of deal should the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga agree on before the next season? There's no doubt that future potential plays a significant role in determining a rookie extension, but the Warriors likely want more substance at this stage in the young forward's career. Part of this can be attributed to the inconsistent playing opportunities given to Kuminga and fellow 2021 lottery pick Moses Moody over the past few seasons. It would be highly surprising if Golden State offered a max extension this offseason, making it likely that Kuminga might have to wait for a new deal until he enters restricted free agency next year. However, a middle ground should be found, a deal that isn't at the max level but still generous, heavily based on Kuminga's future potential. The last time the Warriors faced a rookie extension situation, they gave Jordan Poole a 4-year, $128 million contract before trading him away before it even kicked in. Poole was a much more proven player going into his 4th year, having been a key part of Golden State's championship team in 2022. But on the other hand, you could argue that Kuminga's combination of size and athleticism makes his future potential much more valuable as a versatile two-way presence, compared to Poole, who was more of a streaky scorer that struggled when his shot wasn't falling. Poole's $32 million annual salary should serve as a solid benchmark for Kuminga's contract negotiations. A 5-year, $160 million deal strikes a reasonable balance between the Warriors taking a calculated risk that Kuminga will exceed expectations and Kuminga acknowledging that he hasn't yet earned a max contract. Don't underestimate the optics of this situation, not just the money. Kuminga likely sees himself on the same level as players like Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Scottie Barnes, and Franz Wagner, who have all signed max contracts this offseason. Stephen Curry adds Olympic gold to his legendary resume in dramatic fashion. Stephen Curry delivered 2 of the most extraordinary performances in Olympic basketball history, right when Team USA needed them most. After his masterful 36-point, 9 3-pointer performance against Serbia, how could the Golden State Warriors star possibly follow that up? By sinking 8 more threes, along with 24 points and 5 assists, in the gold medal game. With everything on the line, Curry shined in the 4th quarter, showcasing his clutch brilliance for Team USA. As France cut the lead to just 3 points, Curry responded with a deep 3 from the top of the key. But he wasn't done. He drained 3 more consecutive threes, effectively putting the game, and France, to bed. In just over 2 minutes, Curry's 4 3-pointers secured the gold for Team USA. Just when you think you've seen everything Steph has to offer, he takes it to another level on the biggest stage. Near the end of the game, France even resorted to double-teaming Curry, despite the firepower Team USA had on the court. It didn't matter. A deep, dagger 3-pointer from Steph put the final nail in the coffin. It was simply an absurd display of shooting from the greatest marksman of all time. The gold medal game was a thrilling spectacle, filled with high-intensity, back-and-forth action. We witnessed the greatness of rising star Victor Wembanyama and even Guerschon Yabusele, who dropped 20 points for France, including a spectacular dunk over LeBron James. In the end, Team USA emerged victorious with a 98-87 win, capturing their 5th consecutive gold medal. Curry led the charge for Team USA, but as always, Durant, James, and Booker had their moments, and Anthony Davis came off the bench with 4 huge blocks. This team will undoubtedly go down as one of the greatest we've ever seen. We're fortunate to have witnessed such greatness. Once again, the sports world is abuzz with Curry's performance, and rightly so. Unfortunately, this will be the last we see of Curry until the NBA season kicks off in the fall. You have to imagine that the Golden State front office still views Steph as one of the world's top players and will give him the support he needs to compete at the highest level. Stephen Curry earns personal glory in stunning Olympic comeback. Heading into Thursday's semifinal against Serbia, Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry had managed just 29 points on 28 shots in his first 4 Olympic Games, a far cry from his usual brilliance. Curry's struggles were evident, with him shooting a mere 35.7% from the field and only 25% from beyond the arc. In a star-studded Team USA lineup, some even questioned whether he should be benched during crunch time. But when it mattered most, with the gold medal on the line, Curry answered the call with authority. Those first 4 games were just the calm before the storm, a sleeping giant waiting to unleash another masterpiece. In a stunning Olympic turnaround, Stephen Curry's brilliance was cemented with his selection to the FIBA All-Star 5, announced Saturday. The NBA's reigning clutch player of the year drained 9 three-pointers and scored 36 points as Team USA clawed back from the brink to defeat Serbia. He followed that up with another 8 threes, 4 of them in the final 3 minutes, to secure the gold against host nation France. Curry took 5 more shots in the last 2 games than in the first 4 combined, adding an incredible 31 points thanks to 60.6% shooting from the field and a blistering 63% from three-point range. It was a phenomenal turnaround for the 36-year-old, whose final 2 performances earned him a well-deserved spot on the tournament's FIBA All-Star 5. Not only did Curry claim a spot in the All-Star 5, but there were also calls for him to win the tournament MVP, a title that ultimately went to his former rival and now Team USA teammate, LeBron James. In a lighthearted Instagram live session, via Melissa Rowland, after Saturday's final, Curry and Anthony Edwards joked that the 10-time All-Star finally showed up just 3 days earlier, with Edwards adding, "We're just glad he made it in time." While his earlier struggles may have cost him the MVP award, securing a place in the All-Star 5 remains a significant personal achievement, capping it off with the coveted Olympic gold medal that had previously eluded Curry's illustrious resume. Golden State Warriors' best-kept secret poised to shine next season. With a global fanbase and a knack for making headlines as one of the NBA's most popular franchises, it's nearly impossible for any Golden State Warriors player to remain under the radar. Yet, if there's one Warrior who could still be considered a secret, he's set to make a name for himself this coming season, as the franchise looks to bounce back after missing the 2024 playoffs. Tracy Jackson-Davis stands as the Warriors' best-kept secret after an impressive rookie season. In a recent article dissecting the best-kept secret on every NBA roster for the 2024-25 season, Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes spotlighted fourth-year wing Moses Moody as Golden State's hidden gem, following 3 years of inconsistent opportunities. Golden State Warriors fans might have guessed we'd pick Moses Moody, whose roller coaster ride in and out of the rotation has defined his 3-year career, Hughes wrote. They might also have predicted that we'd mention Moody as a secret so well kept that even his head coach seems to forget he exists. One could argue that Steve Kerr's notorious handling of Moody has, in fact, drawn some attention to him. Considering Moody was also a lottery pick in 2021, the best-kept secret label should arguably go to another young Warrior, Tracy Jackson-Davis. While players like Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Moody often steal the spotlight among Golden State's young core, Jackson-Davis has flown under the radar since being selected 57th overall last year. Jackson-Davis began to garner some attention late last season when he stepped into a more prominent role, but that may just be the beginning of what he could bring in his second year. The 24-year-old posted impressive per 36-minute averages of 17.2 points, 10.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 2.4 blocks, all surpassing Moody's corresponding stats. The Warriors closed out the season with a 9-2 record in their final 11 games after Jackson-Davis was inserted into the starting lineup, underscoring his unexpected yet significant impact. It remains uncertain whether the 6 feet 9 inches big man will secure a starting spot next season, but he's expected to log at least 20 to 25 minutes per game as Golden State's primary center, potentially overtaking Kevin Looney in the rotation. Though he might not be regarded with the same potential as other young players on the team, that's precisely why Jackson-Davis deserves the title of the Warriors' best-kept secret, more so than Moody.